Hi, welcome to the channel English Professionally, and this video course is 200 mistakes in English. So really it's a great course and I really hope that you like it. So you know that my name is Alex. Okay, so my name is Alex. I work as an English teacher. And I prepared this course especially for you. I prepared this course especially for you. Okay? I prepared this course especially for you, so it will help you to speak English without mistakes. So I suppose it will help you. It will help you speak English. It will help you speak English fluently. It will help you speak English fluently and without mistakes. Please don't make these mistakes. Please don't make these mistakes. So lots of students make them, and they don't know that they don't speak English correctly. Okay? And they don't know about it. Okay? So if you like the idea of this video, please put a like and share it with your friends. So if you like the idea of this video, if you like the idea of this video, please, or you can put a like, yeah? You can put a like and share it. With your friends. Okay? So really this course is very special. It's unique. Okay, so let me check. So my name is Alex. I work as an English teacher, and I prepared this course especially for you. That's true. I suppose it will help you speak English fluently and without mistakes. So you know that you can say help you to speak or help you speak. So both variants are okay. Please don't make these mistakes. Lots of students make them and they don't know about it. Yeah, it's terrible. Okay, if you like the idea of this video, you can put a like and share it with your friends. Why not? Okay, so you'll see a list of 200 sentences, and so there is a mistake in each of these sentences. For example, look at the first sentence. I recommend you this hotel. So it isn't correct, it isn't right. But you need to understand why it isn't right, why it isn't correct. You need to find this mistake. Okay? So really, and you need to understand why it isn't right. Okay? So I know that many students say it. I recommend you this hotel, or I recommend you this book, but it isn't correct. So what's the reason? Why is it? Who knows? Okay, if you don't know, don't worry. We'll talk about it and you will understand it. So that's why we are recording this video right now. So this video is for you, for lots of students, for all students around the world. Okay, so I recommend you. So we say recommend. So we say recommend something. We say recommend something to someone. So you need to say, recommend something to someone. So you need to say, I recommend this hotel or this book to you. So only this way. Please remember it. Recommend something to someone. Next, I won't do it. So, when I hear other students I think if they have a low level, beginner, elementary, they often say, I want do it, I want buy it. Please, don't forget. So where is the mistake? Okay, so if you have a verb want, you need to use to after want. Please remember, want to do something, want to do something, want to do something. Please remember, want to do something. I want to do it, I want to buy it, I want to sell it. Next, I am agree with you. So do you see the mistake? How to say it correctly? So, you see, there is a verb agree. There is a verb agree. If there is a verb, you don't use the form of to be. Only I agree with you, only this way. So, there is a verb. Because, there is a verb. Like, I agree with you, you see. So, but not am. So, because you have a verb. So, for, are you agree with me? It's the same problem. It's the same problem. You need to understand how we ask questions. So, if you have a verb and you need to ask a question in present simple, so you ask it with do or does, with do or does. So you say does with he, she, it, and do. So with we, you, they, I, you. So if you have you need to use do. Do you agree with me? Only this way. Do you agree with me? Okay? And this. Look, I'm understand. Okay. It's the same thing. You have a verb. So it's understand. If you have a verb, yeah, you don't use the form of to be. It's a rule. I understand, I go, I see, I buy. No to be. Please remember it. Okay, so I recommend this hotel to you. I recommend this book to you. So let's read it again. Correct variants. I want to do it. So want to do something. I agree with you. So there is a verb. Do you agree with me? Do or does. I understand. And please remember, recommend something to someone. Okay? Okay, next. So the next sentence. Do she understands? So where is the mistake? So we have she. So you know that if you want to ask a question in present simple, we use do or does. He, she, it, does. So does she understands? Is it correct or not? Not. So we don't use as in questions. We don't use as in questions. So does she understand? Okay, next. She isn't work. She isn't work. So work is a verb, and you know that if you want to say a negative sentence in present simple, so you put what? Don't or doesn't. Don't or doesn't before a verb. So don't or doesn't plus verb. So she, he, she, it doesn't. She doesn't work. Okay? Next. It interesting. So really, many students say it this way. It interesting. So we need to add one more word. So there is a rule. I think you know this rule. So if we don't have a verb, and so we don't have a verb like go, buy, see, and we want to say it in present simple, and we want to say it in present simple, we need to use what? The form of the verb to be. We need to use the form of the verb. We need to use the form of the verb to be, or the form of to be. So what is it? What is it? It am, is, or are. So you know, he, she, it is. So it is interesting. So we don't have a verb, so we need to use the form of to be. It is interesting. Okay, he don't understand. Okay, so the same rule. Don't, doesn't plus verb. He, she, it doesn't. So he doesn't understand. Okay, next. And this sentence. He doesn't understand us. We talked about it. Yeah, so he, she, it doesn't, but we don't add s, yeah, after the verb, so we don't have it. He doesn't understand without s. Okay, so let's look at the sentences again. Does she understand? She doesn't work. Don't or doesn't plus verb. It is interesting. If we don't have a verb and we want to say it in present simple, we need to use the form of to be. Am, is, or are. He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand it. Okay, next. Does she happy? Does she happy? So, what is wrong? So we have this rule. You know, if we don't have a verb and we want to say it in present simple, we need to use the form of to be. Am, is, or are. So, do you have a verb in the sentence? No. So we need to use the form of to be in questions. Am, is, or are. So he, she, it is. Is she happy? Is she happy? Okay, next. She likes it also. So it's about word order. Word order. So it's about word order. She likes it also. You can't put also in the end. So you need to put it in the middle. She also likes it. Or you can say she likes it. She likes it too. She likes it too. Two variants. Next, everyone do it. Okay or not okay? So everyone means he, she, it. Please remember, everyone, no one, somebody, nobody, it means he, she, it. So if it's he, she, it, we need to add s. So everyone does it. Everyone does it. Next, no one know it. No one know it. So it's the same situation. So no one means he, she, it in English. So don't forget to add s. No one knows it. So I like watch this movie. So is it okay or not? So if you have like, so you say like to do something. Or you can also say like doing something. It's okay too. Like to do something or like doing something. So, but you can't say, you know, this way without to. I like to watch this movie. Or I like watching. I like watching. I like watching. I like watching this movie. I like watching this movie. If you really like something, you usually say like doing something. I like watching this movie. So with to or with ing. With ing. Okay, so look. Is she happy? Am, is, are. She also likes it. She likes it too. Word order. Everyone does it. No one knows it. I like to watch this movie. I like watching this movie. So please remember these structures. Like to do something or like doing something. Next. I enjoy play football. So where is the mistake? Is it okay or not? So please remember this structure. Enjoy doing something. Enjoy means really like. So you can say I really like playing football or I enjoy playing football. So if you have enjoy, don't forget to add ing after the verb. Playing, I enjoy playing football. I love sing. Okay? So it's the same situation. Love doing something. Love doing something. So I love singing. Singing. You need to use ing. I hate do homework. The same situation. Hate doing something. Hate doing something. Okay? So if you want to say it correctly, you need to say doing. I hate doing homework. Okay? I'd like go there. I'd like go there. Okay? So you need to remember this structure. I'd like to do something. I'd like to do something. So don't forget, please, to use to. I'd like to go there. I'd like to buy it. I'd like to call him, and so on. To do. Yeah, you can't say it without to. Okay? And one more sentence. So, would you like any coffee? So, you know that there is a rule that we use any in negative sentences and in questions. And sometimes you can hear it, yes, would you like any coffee? But it's incorrect because there is a rule. Yeah, so would you like some coffee? So if you offer something, you use some. You use some in questions. You use some in questions. You see. So would you like some coffee? Would you like some coffee? It's a very common phrase. It's a very common phrase. So I'm sure that this information is very important. So you see, I enjoy playing football, enjoy doing something. I love singing, love doing something. I hate doing homework, I hate doing something. I'd like to go there. I'd like to do something. Would you like some coffee? If you offer something, use some in questions, so it's a very common phrase. Okay, next. So, the company very successful. The company very successful. So there is the mistake. So I hope that you remember our rule that if we don't have a verb, so do you have a verb in the sentence? No, we need to use the form of to be. Am, is, or are. The company means it, he, she, it is. So the company is very successful. Next. This organization is very powerful. So, do you see the mistake? Do you know the difference between this and these? So this, it's one, this, and these. So it's a long sound. And you hear z, these. It's a long sound, e, and you hear z, these. And this, it's a short sound, and you hear s, this. So these, it's more than one. It's more than one. So this organization is one, so this organization is very powerful. Next, I haven't a car. So, you know that you can use a negative form with don't or doesn't. Don't or doesn't. So, for example, I don't have a car. I don't have a car. Or you can say it with haven't, but don't forget to add got. So I haven't got a car. I haven't got a car. Okay? So students often forget about it, really. Please don't forget. Okay? So I don't have a car, or I haven't got a car. Next, I'll do it in next year. So where is the mistake? So next year without in. I'll do it next year, next week, next month, and so on. He is near from the hotel. So what is wrong? We say near something. We say near something. So he is near the hotel without from. He is near the hotel. Okay, so we have the company is very successful. M is OR. This organization is very powerful. So this, it's one, and these, more than one. I haven't got a car. So don't, doesn't. I don't have a car. Or you can say it with got. I haven't got a car. I'll do it next year. He's near the hotel. Near something. Okay. I went to home. How can you correct it? So remember this phrase. Go home. So I went home. Most women think so. So woman. So if it's most, it means many. So one woman, but many women. So most women think so. Most women think so. Okay, let's look at the next sentence and at the next mistake. I need more knowledges. I need more knowledges. So where is the mistake? So you know that knowledge in English is uncountable. Uncountable. You can't count it, so you can't say knowledges. Only knowledge. Only knowledge. I need more knowledge. Okay, do you like it? So it's a question. In present simple, we ask it with do or does. If you have he, she, it, you need to use does. So, does she like it? Okay, next. This book is youre. This book is youre. So, you know that you can say, for example, your book, for example, your car, and so on. You have a noun. You have something after it. So you have a noun. You have a noun, yes? You have a noun after. You have a noun after this pronoun. After this pronoun. We call it pronoun. So you have a noun. So first, so in this situation, pronoun plus noun. So you see your, it's a pronoun, and then you have a noun. Your book, your car. If you don't have a noun after a pronoun, like here, yeah, it's not after, it's before. So you need to say yours. This book is yours. Okay? So let's look at it again. So I went home. Go home. Most women think so. Women. I need more knowledge. So knowledge is uncountable in English. Does she like it? So do or does. We use does with he, she, it. This book is yours. Your book. Your car. You have a noun after this pronoun. Pronoun plus noun. Next, I do real progress. Where is the mistake? We say make progress. I make real progress. I do many mistakes. We say make mistakes. So I make many mistakes. Look, it snows. So it's about now, and if it's about now, you use present continuous. We use present continuous for now. So you know how we form this tense. Am is are plus, okay, plus verb. Am is are plus verb plus ing, because look, it's now. So look, it is. So he, she, it is plus verb snow plus ing. So look, it is snowing. Look, it's snowing. Next, they are there. So it was they are there, isn't it? So no. So if you have they are there, you look at this thing and you need to ask, aren't they? Aren't they? Aren't they? So you look at it and you need to make the negative form. They are there, aren't they? They are there, aren't they? For example, okay, I'll give you one more example. It is good. It is good. So you look at this thing and you need to form a negative. Isn't it? Isn't it? So we say isn't it when we have is. If we don't have is, for example are, we use another form, negative form, so aren't they? Okay, did she go to cinema? Please remember this phrase, go to the cinema. Don't forget about articles. Articles. Article. So choose the correct article. Go to the cinema, go to the theater. So I make real progress. I make many mistakes. Look, it's snowing. It's present continuous. So now am is are plus verb plus ing. They are there, aren't they? It is good, isn't it? Did she go to the cinema? So don't forget about articles. Okay, so next. I don't know. I never thought about that. So I don't know, it means I don't know about it now, and I've never thought about that. So it means that's true. So I never thought about that in the past, and I don't think about it now. And you know that in this case, if there is a connection with the present, you need, and you have never, you need to use present perfect. You know how we form this tense. Have or has plus past participle. Has or have plus past participle. So have, I have never thought about that. She told everything was alright. So you can say she said everything was alright. But if you have tell, you need to say tell someone. For example, but she told us, she told them, or something. So you can't say she told everything. So you can say she said, or she told someone. She told us, or she told us that everything was alright, or she told them. But here, so she said everything was alright. Okay, next, I learned English for 2 years. So often students make this mistake. So where is the mistake? Who knows? I learned English for 2 years. Okay? So this word for tells us that we need to use present perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous. So you know how we form this tense. So it's have or has plus been plus verb plus ing plus ing. So only this way. And this word for tells us that we need to use this tense. So I have been, then we have to use a verb plus ing. I have been learning English for 2 years, so it's present perfect continuous. Okay, next, I feel myself good. So you don't use myself with good. I feel good. I read book yesterday. So don't forget to put an article. I read a book yesterday. So don't forget to put articles before nouns. So I read a book yesterday. So I don't know, it's new for me. Okay, so let's check it. I don't know. I have no thought about that. So there is a connection with the present plus never. So you have to use present perfect. Have, has plus past participle. She said everything was alright. She said or tell someone. She told us, she told them. Next, I have been learning English for 2 years. Present perfect continuous. Have, has plus been plus verb plus ing. I feel good. I read a book yesterday. Okay, next. It was so an interesting lesson. So where is the mistake? So plus adjective. So plus adjective. For example, so interesting. You know that interesting is an adjective. Or there is another structure, such a, an plus adjective plus noun. So if you have a noun after the adjective, you need to use such. So it was such an interesting lesson. So if there is a noun after an adjective, so you need to use such. I can't do to do it now. So it's about modal verbs. So you know that can or can't plus verb. You don't need to. I can't do it now. I like listening the radio. So where is the mistake? So listen to. I like listening to the radio. I listened it in the news. It means that one time. So listen, it's when you try to concentrate. So it's about concentration. So just one time. So you need to use heard. I heard it. I heard it in the news. I must to do it now. So you need to know how we say something with modal verbs. So can't plus verb or can plus verb and must plus verb. So don't use to. I must do it. I must do it. Okay? So let's look at these sentences again. So it was such an interesting lesson. So plus adjective, for example, interesting, and such plus a or an plus adjective plus noun. I can't do it now. I like listening to the radio. So listen to. I heard it in the news. I must do it now. Must plus verb. Next. It cost $4,000 now. It cost $4,000 now. So if it's now, so it means that it's about the present. It's about the present. So, and you can think that we need to use present continuous, or maybe present simple. So, how will you say it? So, what will you choose? Present continuous or present simple? You know that we need to use present continuous, but this verb doesn't have a continuous form. Doesn't have a continuous form. So you need to say it in present simple. He, she, it. Yeah, don't forget to add s. It costs. It costs $4,000 now. Okay. Next, we need to respect everyone, regardless race, nationality, and social status. Regardless means no matter. So it doesn't matter. So it doesn't matter such things as race, nationality, and social. It isn't important. We need to respect everyone. So where is the mistake? So it's about prepositions. Like from, of, and so on. To. So regardless of. So please remember this phrase, regardless of something. So we need to respect everyone, regardless of race, nationality, and social status. Okay, next, I not agree with you. So there is a verb, it's present simple, and you know that we say a negative form, yeah, don't or doesn't. So don't. I don't. You can say a full form, do not, but we usually say a short form, I don't agree with you. Okay, who know it? Okay, so who means he, she, it. So if we have he, she, it, we add s. Who knows it? Next, who live there? It's the same thing. We add s. Who lives there? Okay, let's revise it. So it costs $4,000 now. Present continuous or present simple? Present simple, because this verb doesn't have a continuous form. We need to respect everyone, regardless of race, nationality, and social status. Yeah, don't forget about prepositions. I don't agree with you. So don't or doesn't. So we use don't with I. Who knows it? So if we have who, it means he, she, it. So we add s. Who lives there? Well, so why you did it? So it's okay, but not in questions. So you know how we ask questions in past simple. So first you need to use a question word like why, for example, and then you need to use did. Okay, so why did you do it? Question word plus did plus subject plus verb. Why did you do it? Next, I look forward to hear from you soon. It means that I really want you maybe to call me or to write me. Okay, you see. So please remember this phrase. Look forward to doing something. I look forward to hearing from you soon. So we often, see it in correspondence, in business correspondence, in different letters. I look forward to hearing from you soon. So you know that if you answer me or as soon as possible, or if you call me as soon as possible, I'll be happy. Hey, I called to my friend. So, students often say it again and again. Call someone. Call someone. Without to. I called my friend. I called my friend. Next. If I will do it, I'll be happy. So, you know that we are talking about the future, but there is a rule in English. So if you have if and you talk about the future, you need to use present simple. So you use present simple after if when you talk about the future. So if I do it, I'll be happy. It's because of if. Next, I haven't got country house. So it's a noun, and don't forget about articles. I haven't got a country house. I haven't got a country house. Okay, so why did you do it? So question word plus did plus subject plus verb. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Look forward to doing something. I called my friend. Call someone. If I do it, I'll be happy. If plus present simple. I haven't got a country house. Next, it's more better. It's more better. So, you know that good, better, the best. Good, better, the best. You don't need more. You don't need more. You usually use more with long adjectives. For example, interesting, it's an adjective. It's long. This word is long. It's a long adjective. More interesting, and the most interesting, and the most interesting. So if you have er, you don't use more. Okay, it's better. I speak in English. Yeah. So students make this mistake again and again. Speak English without in. I speak English. I speak English. He asked me, do it. He asked me, do it. So it's in infinitive. It's in infinitive. He asked me, do it. And it means that you need to put to before a verb. He asked me to do it. He asked me to do it. Okay. Do you like it? Yes, I like. Okay. If someone asks you, do you like it? So you can say, yes, I do. It's a short answer. Or you can say, yes, I like. But, we say it. Yes, I like it. Yes, I like it. Don't forget it. So, yes, I do. Or if you don't want it, you can say, yes, I like it. Well, so next. I call you on next week. Okay? So it's about future. You see, next week. So I'll. I will or I'll. It's a short form. And next week. Without any preposition. So next week. I'll call you next week. Okay, so you see, it's better, good, better, the best, interesting, more interesting, the most interesting. I speak English. He asked me to do it. Infinitive, to plus verb. Do you like it? Yes, I do. Yes, I like it. I'll call you next week. Next. I have been there yesterday. I have been there yesterday. So do you see the mistake? So what is have been? It's present perfect. Present perfect. And what is yesterday? So it was yesterday. You need to know that if you have yesterday, if it's in the sentence, you need to use past simple. So I was there yesterday. I was there yesterday. So yesterday tells us that we need to use past simple, only past simple. When it happened, when it happened. So you know how we ask questions. So question word plus. So it's in the past, in past simple, you need to use did. Did plus subject plus verb. So when, so where is did? We don't have it, so we need to put it. We need to put when did it happen. When did it happen? Don't forget to use did. He called me while I drove a car. Or when I drove a car. He called me. So he called me. So the first action is short. The first action is short, and the second action is long. It means that, yeah, I was driving a car. I was driving, and then he called me. So it's long. So, and we use past continuous. And we use past continuous for long actions. We use past continuous for long actions. So it was were plus verb plus ing. Was were plus verb plus ing. So I was driving a car. He called me while I was driving a car. What it means? So it's a question. And so it's present simple, and we use do or does. So in present simple, if we have a verb, so mean is a verb. So what? So if we have it, it's does. What does it mean? What does it mean? Okay, and one more. I'll do it when she will come back. I'll do it when she will come back. So it's the same rule, that if you have if or when, you use present simple. You can't use future simple. So I'll do it when she come back or not? Not when she comes back. Because she, he, she, it, don't forget to use at when she comes back. Okay, so I was there yesterday. It's past simple. When did it happen? So question word plus did plus subject plus verb. He called me while I was driving a car. So the first action is short, the second is long. It's past continuous. We use it for long actions. Was were plus verb plus ing. What does it mean? Do, does. I'll do it when she comes back. So you need to remember that if or when plus present simple when you talk about the future. Okay, next. So the next sentence is I should do it yesterday. I should do it yesterday. So it means it was a good idea for me to do it yesterday. So do you know how to say should in the past? It should have plus past participle. Should have plus past participle. So if you are talking about the past and you want to use should, you need to say I should have done it yesterday. I should have done it yesterday. Next, if I were you, I did it. If I were you, or if I were in your place, I did it. So you know that really we use past simple after if, but we need to use would or could plus verb in the second part of the sentence. So would or could. I would do it. I would do it. If I were you, I would do it. I would do it. Okay, please remember this grammar. Next, explain me the rules. So we say explain. Explain something. Explain something to someone. So explain the rules to me. Explain the rules to me. Okay, next. He is capable to do different things. He is capable means he can do different things. But don't forget about prepositions and ing. So you know that we use of after capable. He is capable of and ing after the verb in this case. So he is capable of doing different things. I'm very good in sport. We say good or bad at something means that you can do it really well. So I'm very good at sport. I'm very good at sport. Okay, so I should have done it yesterday. Should have plus past participle. If I were you, I would do it. If plus past simple, would or could plus verb. Explain the rules to me. Explain something to someone. He is capable of doing different things. So don't forget about prepositions and ing. Capable of doing. I'm very good at sport. So good or bad at something. Next, I advise you. So I advise you to do it. I advise you to do it. So is it right or wrong? So advice is a noun. Advice or advise. 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 So we need to use advice. I advise you. I advise you to do it. Next, I want to go to abroad or to another country. Say I want to go to another country. Remember this phrase. Go abroad without to. Without to, you don't need to. So I want to go abroad. Next, I made my homework. So do or make. We say do homework, but make mistakes. But make mistakes. So I did. I did my homework. I did my homework. He doesn't want me do it. So he doesn't want me do it. Maybe I want to do something, but he doesn't want it. Remember this structure. Want somebody to do something. Want somebody to do something. So he doesn't want me to do it. Okay, next. He said that he will come. He said it's in the past that, so we call it reported speech. Reported speech. Reported speech. Or there is another name, indirect. Indirect speech. Indirect speech. So and we need to change will to would. So he said that he would come. It's a rule. It's a rule. So he said that he would come. So we change it. So it's in the past and you have that. So we need to change will to would. It's a rule. So he said that he would come. Okay, next. So let's check it. I advise you to do it. Advise is a noun and advise, it's a verb. I want to go abroad. Go abroad. I did my homework. So do homework and make mistakes. He doesn't want me to do it. Want somebody to do something. He said that he would come. It's reported indirect speech. We change will to would. Next, it's more bigger. So it's about comparative forms. Comparative forms. Comparative forms. So big. If it's a short adjective, we add er, bigger, the biggest. So without more, it's bigger. It's bigger, without more. It's better. So, bad, it's an exception. Worse and the worst. So not better, it's an exception. An exception, so you need to remember it. It's worse. It's worst, and it's the baddest thing. No, it's an exception. Please remember, bad, worse, the worst. It's the worst thing. It's the worst thing. Okay, next. It's very good idea. It's very good idea. So, it's about articles. A plus noun, yes. A plus adjective plus noun. Remember the structures, and a plus very plus adjective plus noun. Don't forget a before very. So it's a very good idea. It's a very good idea. It's interesting offer. So you have an adjective and a noun. Don't forget a or n. A or n. Yeah, a or n. So interesting. In this case, we need to use an. It's an interesting. It's an interesting offer because of e, of the sound e. So if it's an interesting offer, it's an interesting offer. Okay, so it's bigger. Comparative forms: big, bigger, the biggest. It's worse, bad, worse, the worst. It's an exception. It's the worst thing. It's a very good idea. It's an interesting offer. A or n plus noun, a or n plus adjective plus noun. A or n plus very plus adjective plus noun. Next. I interested in sport. It means sport is interesting for me. Remember this phrase. To be interested. To be interested in something. To be interested in something. So if it's about present, am, is, or are plus interested. Plus interested. I am interested in sport. Remember, I'm interested in sport, and you need to remember ed. I am interested in sport. I wish I am a millionaire. I'm not a millionaire, but it's my wish. Remember this structure. If you have this structure, I wish, you need to use past simple. You need to use past simple. So, I wish I was a millionaire, but in this structure, we often replace was with were. So you can say was, but it sounds a little formal. So if you want to sound more natural, more informal, so we usually say were. I wish I were. I wish I were a millionaire. Okay, next. The love is a wonderful feeling. The love is a wonderful feeling. Okay, it's about love in general. It's about love in general, so I don't need this article, okay? So, love is a wonderful feeling. Next. I met him long time ago. Last time. Met him long time ago, last time. You need to remember this phrase. A long time ago. A long time ago. I met him a long time ago. Here. I wish I can speak English very well. So it's this same rule. So I wish, I plus past simple, plus past simple, plus past simple. So what is the past form of can? Could. So I wish I could speak English very well. It means that it's my wish. I don't speak English well, but I want it. I want to speak it well. So, I am interested in sport. To be interested in something. Am, is, are plus interested. I wish I were a millionaire. I wish I plus past simple, and we often change was to were in informal English. Love is a wonderful feeling, so love in general. You don't need an article. I met him a long time ago last time. I wish I could speak. I wish I could speak English very well. Okay, next. So, he suggests to go to the cinema. What is wrong in this sentence? Really, what is wrong? You need to remember, suggest doing something, So suggest plus verb plus ing. He suggests going. He suggests going to the cinema. Next, I suggest you did it. So I want you to do it. So you can say I suggest doing something, suggest going, for example, or I suggest that you do it. Or you can also say it with should, that you should do it. So these two formats, okay? So not this one. So I suggest that you do it, or I suggest that you should do it. Okay, good. So we'll decide the problem. Please remember this phrase, solve a problem. So we'll solve the problem, not decide. You decide something in your mind, but you say solve a problem. Too much people know about that. Too much people know about that. So what is the difference between much and many? Much and many. So we use many with countable. We can count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, and much with uncountable, and much with uncountable. So too many people know about it. So people is countable, we can count it, 5 people, 10 people. Too many people know about that. I go to the church, and you, are religious. It means are you religious? So we say go to church, this phrase, go to church. So I go to church, and you, are you religious? Good. So he suggests going to the cinema, suggests doing something. I suggest that you should do it. We'll solve the problem. Too many people know about that. Much is uncountable, many is countable. I go to church, and you, are religious? Next. She is close to him. They are in love. So they are in love means they love each other, and she is close to him means that she is near him, but not close to. It means near. She is close to him. They are in love. He is from United States of America. Please don't forget to put the. He is from the United States of America. The United States of America. I was in the United Kingdom last year. So it's the same thing here. In the United, there. Don't forget to put there. I was in the United Kingdom last year. I want to visit UK. If you say it, the UK, the United Kingdom there. So the United States, the USA, so United Kingdom. So it's a 5 stars hotel. So this hotel has 5 stars, but if it's one word, so you say it's a 5-star hotel without S. It's a 5-star hotel. So she is close to him. They are in love. He is from the United States of America. I was in the United Kingdom last year. I want to visit the UK. It's a 5-star hotel. 5-star hotel. Next. So, I had a 3 weeks holiday. So it's the same thing here. So you can say my holiday lasted for 3 weeks. My holiday lasted for 3 weeks, but if it's one word, so 3-week holiday without s. Without s. I had a 3-week holiday. Okay? I lied down. I lied down. Or maybe I was tired and I lied down. So you know, lie, lay. Lie, lay. So it's about horizontal position. Horizontal position. Okay? Horizontal position. So you see, so I was tired and I decided to lie down. So lie, lay, I lay down. Okay, so this word is irregular. This word is irregular, and she laid to him. So lie can have another meaning. It means not tell the truth. Not tell the truth. Not tell the truth. And in this case, this verb is regular. Lie, lied. She lied to him. She lied to him. She lied to him. So she didn't tell him the truth. She didn't tell him the truth. So I came to home very late. You know this phrase, come home, without to. So I came home. I came home very late. Okay? It's worth to read this book. It means it's a good idea. It's a good idea. Do you know the structure? Worth, but we say worth doing something. Worth doing something. So you can say it's worth reading. It's worth reading. Or this book. This book is worth reading. It means it's a good idea to read this book. This book is good. So worth doing. It's worth reading, or this book is worth reading. Okay, without to. It's a good idea. So I had a 3-week holiday. I lay down, lie, lay, horizontal, about horizontal position. So this verb is irregular. She lied to him. She lie, not tell the truth. Not tell the truth. Not tell the truth. So she didn't tell. She didn't tell. She didn't tell the truth. She lied. I came home very late. Come home without any preposition. It's a good idea. So worth doing something. It's worth reading. This book is worth reading. Okay, next. It's a 3-month course, so it's in one word, so you don't need s. It's a 3-month. It's a 3-month course. It's a 3-month course. Hey, our turnover raised greatly. It's how much money we got, or how much money our company got. So, do you know the difference between raise and rise? Rise, raise and rise. Okay, so usually someone raises. Someone raises something. For example, we raised our sales. We raised our sales. Someone. If you don't have this someone, use rise. So our turnover rose greatly. It means it got bigger. It got bigger. It got bigger. Increased. Increased. It got bigger. Increased. Rose greatly. When I will come home, I'll do it. It's easy. We talked about it. When or if plus present simple when you talk about the future. So when I come home. When I come home, I'll do it. When I come home, I'll do it. I have little friends. have little friends. So do you know when we use little and when we use few? So we use few with countable 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 friends, and little with uncountable like water, fire, uncountable fire, love, and so on. So friends, it's countable, so I have few friends. I was shocked with your words. So you need to know prepositions. With what preposition do we use after shocked? We say shocked at or by. I was shocked at your words, or I was shocked by your words. Okay, so it's a 3-month course. Our turnover rose greatly. Raise, rise. Someone raises something. We raised our sales. They got bigger, they increased. When I come home, I'll do it. When or if plus present simple. I have few friends. Little is uncountable and few for countable nouns. I was shocked at your words, or I was shocked by your words. Okay, next. So, it influenced on my life. Influence means had an effect. Had an effect on my life. Yeah. What about grammar? We say influence someone without on. So it influenced my life. Influence someone or something. It influenced my life. Next. I saw it in the end of the book. So where is the mistake? I saw it in the end of the book. In the end or at the end. We say in the end, but at the end of something. So of the book, of something. So I saw it at. I saw it at the end of the book. So you can say I saw it in the end, or I saw it at the end of the book. Next, it was in the beginning of the movie. It's the same situation. So we say in the beginning, but at the beginning, but at the beginning of something. But at the beginning of something. Please remember it. Okay, of something. So it was at the beginning of the movie. Good. Next. I very much love my girlfriend. So students often say so. I very much love my girlfriend. You need to say very much in the end. So I love my girlfriend very much. I love my girlfriend very much. You need to focus on education. You need to focus on education. Don't forget to put to after need. So between two verbs. Yeah. So you need to focus on education. So we have it influenced my life. It had an effect on my life. Influence someone or something. I saw it at the end of the book. So in the end, but at the end of something. It was at the beginning of the movie. In the beginning, but at the beginning of something. I love my girlfriend very much. So we put it in the end. And you need to focus on education. Don't forget to put to. Next. I think you're right. I think you right. Okay? So I think you right. So you don't have a verb here. So you need to use the form of to be. I think you are right. I think you are right. I am understanding you now. So you see now. So if we have now, we need to use present continuous. if we have now, we need to use present continuous. So you know this rule. Yeah, and you can think that it's correct. But you know that this verb understand doesn't have a continuous form. So you need to use present simple. Present simple. And you should say, I understand you now. Yes, you have now, but you say, I understand. I understand you now. He is a friend of me. He is a friend of me. So we usually say, he is my friend. But there is a phrase, he is a friend of mine. He is a friend of mine. It means the same. He is a friend of mine. He is my friend. Okay. None of them didn't know it. None of them didn't know it. So you have a negative structure. None of them. And you don't need to say didn't. So you just need to use past simple of know. So none of them knew it. He let her to go there. He let her to go there. So he said, he told her, okay, you can go there. Do you know the structure? Let somebody do something. Let somebody do something. Without to. He let her go there. So he said or he told her, okay, you can go there. Okay, so I think you are right. I understand you now. So present continuous doesn't have a continuous form. Yeah, the verb understand doesn't have a continuous form. So, and we need to use present simple. He's a friend of mine. He's my friend. None of them knew it. He let her go there. Let somebody do something. Next. It's a very big sport center. So, you know that it's important to speak English correctly, but English isn't only about grammar, it's about vocabulary too. So it's a very big sports center. Remember this phrase, sports center. I need new sport shoes. So it's the same thing, sports shoes. I need new sports shoes. Okay, he is a 50-year-old man. We say a 50-year-old without s. He is a 50-year-old man. They made them to accept that offer. Please remember this phrase, make somebody do something. So without to, they made them accept that offer. It means they forced them to do it. So they did it because of them. It interests me, so it's easy. So interest is a verb here, and you know that if we have a verb and we add s with he, she, it interests me. So it's a very big sports center. Okay, so I need new sports shoes. He is a 50-year-old man. They made them accept that offer. Make somebody do something. They force him to do it. It interests me. He said me one interesting thing. So we talked about it. So you can say he said one interesting thing, or he told me one interesting thing. He said one interesting thing, or he told me one interesting thing. Tell someone. Okay, I'll do it despite she doesn't want it. Or although, yes? We can say I'll do it although she doesn't want it. Okay, but we have despite. Do you know this structure? We can't say it. We need to say despite the fact. Please don't forget to use the fact. So you can say I'll do it despite the fact she doesn't want it, or although she doesn't want it. Okay, I will go there in spite I am tired. So the same thing, in spite of the fact, in spite of the fact that I'm tired, in spite of the fact. So despite or in spite of, so the structures are the same, or although I'm tired, in spite of the fact and despite the fact. Okay, he refused to help us, so help is in infinitive, and it means that you need to use to plus verb. He refused to help us. He was made stay at home. So what is it? So you know that we talked about the structure, and you can say they made him stay at home. So we have this structure, you know, make somebody, we talked about it, you see, make somebody do something, make somebody do something. But if it's passive, we say be made to, be made to, be made to. Okay, be made to do something. Be made to do something. So he was made to stay at home, so they forced him to stay at home. Okay, so he told me one interesting thing. You see, I'll do it despite the fact she doesn't, despite the fact that, despite the fact that, don't forget that, she doesn't want it, or although she doesn't want it. I will go there in spite of the fact that I'm tired, or although I'm tired. In spite of the fact that I'm tired, or although I'm tired, he refused to help us. Yeah, to plus verb, it's an infinitive. He was made to stay at home, so it's passive. And you know that you can say they made him stay at home, so make somebody do something. But if it's passive, you say be made to do something, be made to do something. Well, so what is next? He asked me what was I doing? What was I doing? So it's indirect question, and you need to say a subject first and then an object. An object. So if you didn't have this, if you had only this, so what was I doing? Yeah, it's okay. But if you have something before, we call it an indirect question, and first you need to use a subject, I, and then was. So he asked me what I was doing. Good. So next, whenever you will come, I'll be glad to see you. Whenever, so you know that we use present simple after when and if, and it's also true about whenever. So whenever you come, it means that you can come anytime, and I'll be glad to see you. Okay, I don't know where is the nearest supermarket. Okay, so it's a question, and it can be okay. So where is the nearest supermarket? Yeah, but it's an indirect question again, because you have something before it. Yeah, you have something before it, so I don't know, and you need to use the right what order. You need to use the right or the correct. You need to use the correct what or order. So subject and object. So do you know where the nearest supermarket? It's a subject, and object is. Do you know where the nearest supermarket? I don't know where the nearest supermarket is. Okay, we arrived in the airport. Please remember, arrive at the airport. We say arrive in a city or arrive in a country, but arrive at the airport. It's a phrase, you need to remember it. Okay, the news are very bad. So you can think, yeah, it's okay, it's correct, but in fact it isn't. So what's the problem? So the news, it's singular. It's singular in English. It means it's like one. It's like it. it. But and we say it is. So the news is very bad. The news is very bad. It's singular. It's singular in English. Okay, so he asked me what I was doing. It's an indirect question. Subject plus object. Whenever you come, I'll be glad to see you. I don't know where the nearest supermarket is, so use the correct word order. We arrived at the airport. Please remember this phrase, at the airport. And the news is very bad. So it's singular. So mine, it's it. It is bad. It's very bad. So the news is very bad. Okay, next. So what do we have? It happened with me. So can you find the mistake? We say happened to. Sorry, we say happened to. So it happened to me. So many students make this mistake. It happened to me. It happened to me. I wasn't used to do it. I wasn't used to do it. It means that it wasn't new for me. I didn't have any experience. So in this case, please remember the structure be used to doing something. Be used to doing something. So you have two different structures. So the first structure is used to do. It's one structure, used to do. Okay? So it means you did something in the past and you aren't doing it any longer. So you did it in the past. You did it in the past. You aren't doing it now. You aren't doing it now. You aren't doing it now. For example, I can say I used to play chess. I used to play chess. I played chess in the past. I was a good chess player, but I'm not playing chess now. And there is one more structure, be used to doing something. So you have the verb to be and ing. Be used to doing something. So I wasn't used to doing it. It means it wasn't new for me. I didn't have any experience. Okay, so next. He is speaking the truth. Please remember this phrase, tell the truth. So he is telling the truth. Tell the truth. He's telling the truth. Okay, so I work hardly. I'm very hardworking. So you know that many English adverbs have li. But if you say hardly, it means a little. So if you want to say a lot, you need to say hard. Remember this phrase, I work hard. I am very hardworking. Okay? Next, he entered into the building. So we say enter something or get into something or get into something. So he entered the building without into. He entered the building. Okay, so it happened to me, happened to. I wasn't used to doing it. So used to do, you did it in the past, you aren't doing it now. I used to play chess. Be used to doing something. So he's telling the truth. I work hard. I'm very hardworking. He entered the building. Enter something, get into something. Next. Is it good? I don't think. So, you need to say I think so or I don't think so. Please don't forget to use so. Is it good? I think so or I don't think so. So will you win? I hope. It's the same thing. Don't forget to use so. I hope so. I hope so, yeah? When you answer a question, will you win? I hope so. You need to consider economical factors. So, you know that we say economic factors. So it means related to the economy. So you need to consider economic factors, not economical. Okay? But let me give you one more example. The machine is very economical. The machine is very economical. So it means it saves energy. So if it saves something, energy, so it's economical. So it's about economy. Yeah? For example, the economy of our country, so it's economic factors, political factors, technological factors, social factors, and other factors. Okay, it's new thing for me. Don't forget about articles. It's a new thing for me. I grow up vegetables in my garden. We say grow vegetables, grow fruit. So I grow vegetables in my garden. Grow up is a phrasal verb. We use it so when we talk about our childhood. For example, I grew up in America. It means that I lived in America when I was a child. I grew up in America. Okay, so is it good? I think so. I don't think so. Will you win? I hope so. You need to consider economic factors related to the economy. The machine is very economical, saves energy. It's a new thing for me. I grow vegetables in my garden. So grow vegetables, fruit. I grew up in America. Next. I'm accustomed to learn English every day. So what is accustomed? I'm accustomed to learn English every day. It means I'm used to. But you know, this is actually used to doing. I'm used to doing. And accustomed means the same. And we need to use ing. I'm accustomed to learning English every day. It means it's okay for me. It's normal. It's a normal thing. I learn English every day. It's okay. Maybe it was difficult for me in the beginning, but it's okay. It's alright. Okay, I forgot my keys. So you know that we forget something in our mind, but we leave things. So I left my keys. I left my keys. I know her for 4 years. So this thing, we talked about it, tells us that we need to use present perfect continuous. And sometimes students say, I have, you know how we form it. Have been plus verb plus ing. Have been, I sometimes hear it, have been knowing her for 4 years, but this verb know doesn't have a continuous form. So you need to use present perfect. So you need to use present perfect. So you need to use present perfect instead of present perfect continuous. And you know how we form it, so it's easy. Have, has plus past participle plus past participle. So I have, and past participle is the third form. Know, knew, known. So I have known her for 4 years. It's okay now. I have known her for 4 years. Okay. He may do it yesterday. So it's about the past, you know. He may do it yesterday. It's like, it's like should. Do you remember? We talked about it. Should have done. So she may have done. She may have done it yesterday. So may in the past. May have plus the third form plus past participle. We call it past participle. May have done. He may have done it yesterday. Okay, good. I'm afraid to do it. So, what preposition do we use after afraid? Afraid of. So, if you have another preposition, not to, you need to add ing. I'm afraid of doing it. I'm afraid of doing it. So, I'm accustomed to learn English every day. I'm used to doing it. I left my keys. I have known her for 4 years. So present perfect continuous have been plus were plus ing doesn't have a continuous form. Present perfect have has plus past participle. He may have done it yesterday. I'm afraid of doing it. Good. It was too good. I was happy. So what is it? I was too good. Too has a negative meaning. So you can say it was too bad or it was so good. If you want to say it stronger, you need to say it was so good or too bad. I was happy. It's very terrible. Terrible is a strong adjective. Is a strong adjective. It means very, very bad. And if you want to say it stronger, you need to use absolutely instead of terrible. So it's absolutely terrible. It means it's really terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I'm here for 2 hours. For tells us that we need to use present perfect continuous. It's what we were talking about here. Present perfect continuous. Yeah, but you know that we say that be doesn't have a continuous form, so you need to use present perfect. I have plus be was were been. I have been here for 2 hours. Good. I'm fond of playing football. It means I really like it. So the phrase is be fond of, and we need to use the form of to be. I am fond of playing football. It's okay. If you say I am fond of something, it means that you really like it, you love it, you enjoy it, you're interested in it. Good. He gave me a good advice. We don't say an advice, we say some advice or a piece of advice. A piece of good advice, or you say he gave me a piece of advice or some advice. But you can't say an advice, it's incorrect. So some advice, some before advice, please remember it. He gave me some advice. Okay, so it was too bad, it was so good. I was happy. It's absolutely terrible. A strong adjective. I have been here for 2 hours. I am fond of playing football. He gave me a piece of advice or he gave me some advice. Well, so next. I'm 20 years. Can you find the mistake? So you can say I'm 20 or I'm 20 years old. I'm 20 or I'm 20 years old. He was stolen. He is without money. So it means that some thieves maybe stole money, but so it's about vocabulary. So we steal money, but if no, for example, the thieves stole money and we talk about this person, we say he was robbed. He was robbed. It means his money was stolen. He was robbed. Or his money was stolen. So we use steal about things and rob about people. He was robbed. His money was stolen. He's without money. Everyone know it. So, you know, we talked about it, that everyone means he, she, it. So we add s. Everyone knows about it. Tell me, what should I do? So yeah, you can ask me, or I can ask you, what should I do? Or what should I do? What should I do? But it's an indirect question. So because we have tell me before it, So you need to use subject plus object. So you need to use the correct word order. So tell me what I should. Tell me what I should do. Tell me what I should do. Okay? Next, I got used to do it. So what is it? What does this phrase mean? So we talked about this phrase. I'm used to doing it. It means it's normal for me. It's normal for me. It's normal for me. If you want to say it in the past, so you can also use I was used. I was used to doing it, or you can also use get or got. The past form, I got used. I got used to doing it. Don't forget to use ing. It means it became normal for me. It was alright. So I'm 20, or I'm 20 years old. He was robbed. His money was stolen. He's without money. Everyone knows it. Tell me what I should do. It's an indirect question, subject plus object. I got used to doing it. I'm used to doing it. So it's normal for me. I was used to doing it, or I got used to doing it. So yeah, but we use ing in both these cases anyway. So good. Well, so what did you do on Christmas? What did you do on Christmas? So we use on Christmas Day, but at Christmas. What did you do at Christmas? As usually, I finish my work very late. So this phrase is as usual. As usual. It means that I usually finish my work late, and I finished my work very late too. So it's normal. I usually do it. We arrived at New York. So we talked about it. Arrive in a country or city, but you need to remember this phrase: arrive at the airport. Arrived at the airport, arrived at the hotel, arrived at the party, arrived at the conference. So if it's a small place, not a country, not a city, you use at, arrive at. Yeah, good, please remember it. But we have a city, so we arrived in New York. We arrived in New York. Well, so I want to congratulate you for passing the exam. So he passed the exam and I want to congratulate him. Remember, please, congratulate on doing something. Congratulate on doing something. So I want to congratulate you on passing the exam. I want to congratulate you on passing the exam. Good. To my view, he is right. So I can say, I think he is right. But I can use other phrases too, but not to my view, in my view. We say, in my view, but to my mind. To my mind. These phrases mean, I think he's right. In my view, he's right. To my mind, he's right. So, what did you do at Christmas? As usual, I finished my work very late. We arrived in New York, arrived in a country city, arrived at the airport, hotel, party, conference. I want to congratulate you on passing the exam. Congratulate on doing something. In my view, he is right. Or to my mind, he is right. Good. He provides them money. He provides them money, or he gives them money. Provide someone with something. So provide someone with something. You need to say he provides them with money. It depends from me. Very common mistake, really. It depends on. It depends on me, please. Remember it. We often use it in spoken English. I'd like to get rid with this problem. It means that I'd like to solve this problem. I'd like to solve this problem. Or get rid of. Get rid of something. I'd like to get rid of this problem. It means to solve this problem. I was born on 6th of May. How do we pronounce it? How do we say it? On, then we use there, and we add th. On the 6th of May, on the 7th of May, on the 8th of May, on the 21st of May, on the 1st of May. But we add there, and not just, for example, 1, 2, but 1st, 2nd, not just 6, but 6, and so on. So I was born on the 6th of May. I like listening this kind of music. So what's wrong? Listen to. So I like listening to. I like listening to this kind of music. Okay, so he provides them with money, provides someone with something. It depends on me. I'd like to get rid of this problem, or I'd like to solve this problem. I was born on the 6th of May. I like listening to this kind of music. So listen to. Good. I think this thing related to his past. I think it's okay. This thing, it's okay, related to his past. Okay? So you need to remember this phrase, is related to his past, or is connected, or is connected with his past. Is connected with his past. With his past. Is. Yeah? Don't forget to use it. Is related to his past, or is connected with his past. He was so angry, he threw a stone to him. He was so angry, he threw a stone to him. So you can say throw to. You can say throw to. For example, throw a ball to him. Throw a ball to him. But if you are angry, you say throw at. Throw at, throw a stone, throw a knife. So if you're angry, you say throw at. You use preposition. Use this preposition at. So he threw a stone at him. At. The weather was very awful. So awful is a strong adjective. So you can say very bad. If a strong adjective, you use absolutely instead of very. So the weather was, absolutely awful. The weather was absolutely awful, but not very. He insists to do it. Insist, it means that he tells us very strongly, very strongly, do it. He insists, do it, and he talks about it quite often, all the time. Yeah, but you need to remember, insist on doing something. So he insists on doing it. He insists on doing it. And one more, it's on the top of the page. So we say not on, but what? Good. It's at the top of the page. At the top of the page, at the top of the screen. So I think this thing is related to his past, or is connected with his past. He was so angry, he threw a stone at him. Throw to, throw a ball to him. Throw at if you're angry. The weather was absolutely awful. So it's a strong adjective. He insists on doing it. Insists on doing something. It's at the top of the page. It's at the top of the page. Okay, so it's in the bottom of the screen. So the same situation, at the top of something, at the bottom of something, at the bottom of the screen. I won't do it unless he will agree with you. I won't do it unless he will agree with you. So you know that if we are talking about if, when, so what else? As soon as, before, after, unless, we need to use present simple. We need to use, you see, present simple instead of future simple. So unless he agree, and don't forget to use s, until he agrees with you. Well, I'll go to California. I really want to live in America. So if you hear it, yeah, maybe it's good, but look at the spelling. So I'll go to California. I really want to live, not leave, live. Leave, it's a long sound, but it's a short sound. I really want to live in America. Good. He is married with her. Married to. He is married to her. He is married to her. He wants to marry on her. Yeah, please remember these phrases. So be married to someone, but marry someone. But marry someone. So he wants to marry her without a preposition. So he wants to marry her. Okay, so it's at the bottom of the screen. I won't do it unless he agrees with you. So if, when, as soon as, before, after, unless, plus present simple. I'll go to California. I really want to live in America. He is married to her. He wants to marry her. Be married to someone, but marry someone. I'm proud about your success. Proud, what preposition do we use after proud? Proud of. I am proud of your success. Translate it to English. We say translate it into English. For example, translate it from Spanish into English, or translate it into English. On another hand, it can be a good decision. So it's a good spoken phrase, but it's not on another. It's on the other hand. It's on the other hand. So, on one hand, on the other hand. On the other hand, it can be a good decision. Good. I used to live in there. Yeah, we talked about this phrase. So if you did something in the past and you aren't doing it now, you use used to plus verb without ing. I used to live there. It means I lived there earlier, but I'm not living now. I used to live there. I enjoy speak English. Yeah, that's true. But let's correct it. So enjoy doing something. Enjoy doing something. So I enjoy speaking English. I really enjoy speaking English. It's my greatest hobby. I enjoy speaking English. Enjoy doing something. I enjoy speaking English. Good. So, I'm proud of your success. Translate it from Spanish into English. On the other hand, it can be a good decision. It can be a good decision. I used to live there. Used to plus verb. I enjoy speaking English. I enjoy doing something. He told me that he did it earlier. Look, he told me that he did it earlier. So first he did, and then he told me. So yeah, we have past simple, but the second action happened earlier. So we need to use past perfect. So it's one time before. It's one time before the past. It's the past, but one time before past simple. One time before past simple, and we form it this way: had plus past participle, so that he had past participle, or the third form, he had done it earlier. I'll go on learn English. So you can say continue doing, or go on doing. Were plus ing, I'll go on learning. I'll go on learning English. It isn't enough good. So you need to use the correct word order. The correct word order. It isn't good enough. So you put enough after the adjective. Next, she has difficulty to pass the exam. Remember, difficulty, have difficulty doing something. Passing or in passing. Remember, have difficulty doing something or have difficulty in doing something. And here, it's no use to do it again. So the same thing. It's no use doing in. It means that it's pointless, it's bad, it won't give us a good result. It won't give us a good result. It's no use doing it again. No use doing. Remember the structures. Yeah, they are very difficult, so they are at the end of this video course. There is no point to go there. The same thing. There is no point in going there. Good. Good. So we say there is no point going there, or there is no point in going there. And that's also true about this structure. I mean, no use. So we can say no use doing or no use in doing. Alright, so next. I want to make less mistakes. Yeah, I want to make less mistakes. So we can count mistakes. So we need to say fewer mistakes. Fewer mistakes. Little. Less water, less energy, but fewer mistakes. Fewer mistakes. He asked me, how was it? It's an indirect question, and you need to put a subject first. He asked me how it was. He asked me how it was. Good. It's one of the most interesting thing. I often, hear this mistake. It's one of the most interesting things. It's one of the most interesting things. So you need to use plural. So not one. So please don't forget to put s. Remember, it's one of the greatest English channels. It's one of the greatest. It's one of the greatest English channels. Yeah, channels. Yeah, s. Channels. I went there by foot. So we say go on foot. I went there on foot. Okay, so what do we have? There is no point in going there, or there is no point going there. I want to make fewer mistakes. He asked me how it was. It's an indirect question. It's one of the most interesting things. It's one of the greatest English channels. I went there on foot. Good. He supposed he expected to win. Do you know the structure? to be supposed to, or to be expected to. So if you're talking about present, you need to use am, is, or are. So he is supposed to win. It means other people suppose that he will win. He is expected to win. Other people expect that he will win. I'll do it as soon as she will call me. We talked about it, that if you have as soon as, we need to use present simple. Yeah, we talk about future, but we need to use present simple. When she call or not, we add as, when she calls me. So I'll do it as soon as she calls me. What are you looking? What are you looking? Yeah, but we usually, we use look with prepositions. So what are you looking at? What are you looking at? Or what are you looking for? Maybe you lost your keys, or he lost his keys, and I can ask him, what are you looking for? Yeah, we put it in the end. What are you looking at? What are you looking for? I play piano. So you know that we say, for example, I play computer games. I play computer games. But if we have a musical instrument, for example, piano, it's a musical instrument, we need to add the. We need to use an article. I play the piano. I play the violin. So we actually use the with musical instruments. So I hope you know it. I play the piano, I play the violin. Next, needless say, this lesson is very informative. Do you know the structure? Needless to say. It's very good. We hear it in spoken English. It means there is no need to say. There is no need to say. There is no need to say. It means that's clear. That's clear. It's easy to see it. So needless to say, this lesson is very informative. It's full of useful information. So he's supposed, he's expected to win, to be supposed, to be expected to. I'll do it as soon as she calls me. As soon as plus present simple. What are you looking at? What are you looking for? I play the piano. I play the violin. So it's a musical instrument. I play computer games. Needless to say, this lesson is very informative. There is no need to say, that's clear. Good. I put my best clothes and went out. So I went out, maybe went to a party. So, it's about phrasal verbs. We have a great video, 250 phrasal verbs. Put on my body. So I put on. We say put on clothes, put on my best clothes and went out. The solution of that problem was very strange. Solution. We say solve a problem. Solution is a noun. The solution to. Remember the correct preposition. The solution to that problem was very strange. Good. The ship drowned. So, yeah, if we are talking about ships, boats, we use sink. Sink, sank. So the ship sank. The ship sank. It went under the water. Went under the water. The ship sank. It went under the water. He sank in the lake. If we're talking about people, we use drown. This verb is regular. Drowned in the lake. It means that he died. He went under the water. And the ship sank. It went under the water. It's with things and it's with people. So you think the same like me. Please remember it. The same as. You think the same as me. You think the same as me. So I think this channel is very good. I think this channel is useful. And you can tell me you think the same as me. Good, very good. So I put on my best clothes and went out. The solution to that problem was very strange. The ship sank. It went under the water. He drowned in the lake. You think the same as me. Okay, I'd like to thank you for coming, for your attention, for your great support. I really need it and appreciate it. Okay, bye my friends, see you. Like doing something. It's okay too. Like to do something or like doing something. So, but you can't say, this way without to. I like to watch this movie, or I like watching. I like watching. I like watching. I like watching this movie. I like watching this movie. If you really like something, you usually say like doing something. I like watching this movie. So with to or with ing. With ing. Okay. So look, is she happy? Am is are. She also likes it. She likes it too. What order? Everyone does it. No one knows it. I like to watch this movie. I like watching this movie. So please remember these structures. Like to do something or like doing something. Next. I enjoy play football. So where is the mistake? Is it okay or not? So please remember this structure. Enjoy doing something. Enjoy means really like. So you can say I really like playing football or I enjoy playing football. So if you have enjoy, don't forget to add ing after the verb. Playing, I enjoy playing football. I love sing. Okay? So it's the same situation. Love doing something. Love doing something. So I love singing. Singing. You need to use ing. I hate do homework. The same situation. Hate doing something. Hate doing something. Okay? So if you want to say it correctly, you need to say doing. I hate doing homework. Okay? I'd like go there. I'd like go there. Okay? So you need to remember this structure. I'd like to do something. I'd like to do something. So don't forget, please, to use to. I'd like to go there. I'd like to buy it. I'd like to call him, and so on. To do. Yeah, you can't say it without to. Okay? And one more sentence. So, would you like any coffee? So, you know that there is a rule that we use any in negative sentences and in questions. And sometimes you can hear it, yes, would you like any coffee? But it's incorrect because there is a rule. Yeah, so would you like some coffee? So if you offer something, you use some. You use some in questions. You use some in questions. You see. So with we, you, they, I, you. So if you have you need to use do. Do you agree with me? Only this way. Do you agree with me? Okay? And this. Look, I understand. Okay. It's the same thing. You have a verb. So it's understand. If you have a verb, yeah, you don't use the form of to be. It's a rule. I understand. I go. I see. I buy. No to be. Please remember it. Okay, so I recommend this hotel to you. I recommend this book to you. So let's read it again. Correct variants. I want to do it. So want to do something. I agree with you. So there is a verb. Do you agree with me? Do or does. I understand. And please remember, recommend something to someone. Okay? Okay, next. So the next sentence. Do she understands? So where is the mistake? So we have she. So you know that if you want to ask a question in present simple, we use do or does. He, she, it does. So does she understands? Is it correct or not? Not. So we don't use as in questions. We don't use as in questions. So does she understand? Okay, next. She isn't work. She isn't work. So work is a verb, and you know that if you want to say a negative sentence in present simple, so you put what? Don't or doesn't. Don't or doesn't before a verb. So don't or doesn't plus verb. So she, he, she, it doesn't. She doesn't work. Okay? Next. It interesting. So really, many students say it this way. It interesting. So we need to add one more word. So there is a rule. I think you know this rule. So if we don't have a verb, and so we don't have a verb like go, buy, see, and we want to say it in present simple, we need to use what? The form of the verb to be. We need to use the form of the verb. We need to use the form of the verb to be, or the form of to be. So what is it? What is it? It am, is. Hi, welcome to the channel English Professionally, and this video course is 200 mistakes in English. So really, it's a great course, and I really hope that you like it. So you know that my name is Alex. Okay, so my name is Alex. I work as an English teacher. And I prepared this course especially for you. I prepared this course especially for you. Okay? I prepared this course especially for you, so it will help you to speak English without mistakes. So I suppose it will help you. It will help you speak English. It will help you speak English fluently. It will help you speak English fluently and without mistakes. Please don't make these mistakes. Please don't make these mistakes. So lots of students make them. And they don't know that they don't speak English correctly. Okay? And they don't know about it. Okay? So if you like the idea of this video, please put a like and share it with your friends. So if you like the idea of this video, if you like the idea of this video, please, or you can put a like, yeah, you can put a like and share it with your friends, Okay, so really this course is very special, it's unique. Okay, so let me check. So my name is Alex, I work as an English teacher, and I prepared this course especially for you. That's true. I suppose it will help you speak English fluently and without mistakes. So you know that you can say help you to speak or help you speak. So both variants are okay. Please don't make these mistakes. Lots of students make them and they don't know about it. Yeah, it's terrible. Terrible. Okay, if you like the idea of this video, you can put a like and share it with your friends. Why not? Okay, so you'll see a list of 200 sentences, and so there is a mistake in each of these sentences. For example, look at the first sentence. I recommend you this hotel. So it isn't or are. So, he, she, it is. So it is interesting. So we don't have a verb. So we need to use the form of to be. It is interesting. Okay, he don't understand. Okay? So the same rule. Don't, doesn't plus verb. He, she, it doesn't. So he doesn't understand. Okay, next. And this sentence. He doesn't understand us. We talked about it. Yeah, so he, she, it doesn't. But we don't add s. Yeah, after the verb. So we don't have it. He doesn't understand without s. Okay, so let's look at the sentences again. Does she understand? She doesn't work. Don't or doesn't plus verb. It is interesting. If we don't have a verb and we want to say it in present simple, we need to use the form of to be. Am, is, or are. He doesn't understand. He doesn't understand it. Okay, next. Does she happy? Does she happy? So, what is wrong? So we have this rule. If we don't have a verb and we want to say it in present simple, we need to use the form of to be. Am, is, or are. So, do you have a verb in the sentence? No. So we need to use the form of to be in questions. Am, is, or are. So he, she, it is. Is she happy? Is she happy? Okay, next. She likes it also. So it's about word order. Word order. So it's about word order. She likes it also. You can't put also in the end. So you need to put it in the middle. She also likes it. Or you can say she likes it. She likes it too. She likes it too. Two variants. Next, everyone do it. Okay or not okay? So everyone means he, she, it. Please remember everyone, no one, somebody, nobody, it means he, she, it. So if it's he, she, it, we need to add s. So everyone does it. Everyone does it. Next, no one know it. No one know it. So it's the same situation. So no one means he, she, it in English. So don't forget to add s. No one knows it. So I like watch this movie. So is it okay or not? So if you have like, so you say like to do something. Or you can also say correct, it isn't right. But you need to understand why it isn't right, why it isn't correct. You need to find this mistake. Okay? So really, and you need to understand why it isn't right. Okay? So I know that many students say it, I recommend you this hotel or I recommend you this book, but it isn't correct. So what's the reason? Why is it? Who knows? Who knows? Okay, if you don't know, don't worry. We'll talk about it and you will understand it. So that's why we are recording this video right now. So this video is for you, for for lots of students, for all students around the world. Okay, so I recommend you. So we say recommend. So we say recommend something. We say recommend something to someone. So you need to say, yeah, recommend something to someone. So you need to say, I recommend this hotel or this book to you. So only this way. Please remember it. Recommend something to someone. Next, I want do it. So when I hear other students, I think if they have a low level, beginner, elementary, they often say, I want do it, I want buy it. Please don't forget. So where is the mistake? Okay, so if you have a verb want, you need to use to after want. Please remember, want to do something, want to do something, want to do something. Please remember, want to do something. I want to do it, I want to buy it, I want to sell it. Next, I am agree with you. So do you see the mistake? How to say it correctly? So you see, there is a verb agree. There is a verb agree. If there is a verb, you don't use the form of to be. Only I agree with you, only this way. So there is a verb. Because there is a verb. Like I agree with you, you see. So but not am. So because you have a verb. So for are you agree with me? It's the same problem. It's the same problem. You need to understand how we ask questions. So if you have a verb and you need to ask a question in present simple, so you ask it with do or does, with do or does. So you say does with he, she, it, and do.